statement made by Belgium on behalf of the EU. Protection and promotion of human rights is our common responsibility. This includes that we ensure that this Council is a strong advocate for victims of violations. No country can be regarded as being beyond reach. National sovereignty cannot be used as a shield to repel the call for effective protection. The responsibility to protect includes ensuring accountability for violations of the past, providing adequate reparations for victims, strengthening rule of law institutions, ensuring the full representation of marginalized groups, and ending discrimination, especially that of women. In case of gaps in the protection, this Council has a mandated role to play in using all the tools and mechanisms at our disposal to effectuate change. Today we have the opportunity to address some of the human rights situations where we neither see progress nor a political will for necessary change. In this regard, Austria remains deeply concerned by ongoing human rights violations in the Islamic Republic of Iran. Particularly disturbing are continuing reports on arbitrary arrests, prolonged detentions, and trials that fall short of international standards, most notably against women's rights activists, human rights defenders, and journalists. We are appalled by the rate of executions carried out without due process safeguards, including public executions and execution of juveniles. We remain deeply concerned by stoning sentences imposed in contradiction to the ICCPR. Such practices have to stop, and Iran has to fully comply with its international human rights obligations. To fully cooperate with our special procedures is essential in this regard. We continue to call on the government to conduct impartial, transparent, and comprehensive investigations into the killings, arrests, and detentions of thousands of demonstrators following last year's elections.
Mr. President, Australia remains deeply concerned about human rights in Iran, including the use of violence, intimidation, and arbitrary arrest of human rights defenders and political activists, and the violation of political and media freedoms. Australia is concerned about the use of the death penalty, particularly stoning as a method of execution and capital punishment for juveniles. We call for the stay of all executions, including for Sakina Mohammadi Ashtiani. We are concerned about the treatment of minorities, including Baha'is, particularly the 7 Baha'i leaders sentenced to 20 years jail. We urge Iran to respect and guarantee the human rights of all detainees, including foreign citizens, to ensure all trials are conducted fairly and transparently, and to abide by its international human rights obligations.